It's lovely to see you all. Give me a big wave. It's so lovely to see so many familiar faces and some new faces. And I'm recording this so people can watch it later, but I won't show this bit of it. I'll show other bits where it's just me. And we're going to, a few little bits of housekeeping before we start. You can choose between speaker view and gallery view in the top right-hand corner. So if you, up in the top right-hand corner, you can choose whether you want to see just the speaker, which is going to be me most of the time, or if you want to see everyone. And sometimes it's not, at the beginning, it's quite nice to see everyone because we're going to play a face game. So it's quite fun to see everyone. Also, try and stay muted all the time because then it's easier to hear me. So I might mute you all if I hear people popping up. And I think that's everything I want to say. If you've got any problems, you can write them in the chat. Okay, good. So we're going to start. We had yesterday we played a game called Fruit Salad or Face Salad. We started a new game that I learned from my friend Emma. And in this game, you can make your face, first of all, into a pumpkin. So let's have some pumpkin faces. A big, wide pumpkin face. And then we can have a raisin face, which is a very wizened, old kind of raisiny face, like a really dried up old raisin, yes. And have a little look around, see all their little raisins there. Very good. Pumpkin. Raisin. Very good. Now, as we were chatting before the session, we thought, what else could we put in our face salad? And we had some lovely suggestions. Nathan suggested some lettuce. So lettuce is when you stretch your mouth out very wide like this into lettuce. Very nice. Have a look at how all the lettuces look. There's all different kinds of lettuces you can see. It's quite nice. And then we also had, I forgot to ask your name, dear Rocket Boy. I'm going to call you Rocket Boy for the moment, and we'll find out your name later. And Rocket Boy thought it'd be nice to have some rocket in our salad. And rocket goes like this. Vroom! 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 Good, so let's put them all together. We have pumpkin, raisin, lettuce, rocket, vroom! 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 I think 3 rockets is good. Okay, this is looking quite a tasty salad. Let's do it with the whole body. Pumpkin. Pumpkin in the air. Raisin on the ground. Lettuce. I don't know what we're going to do. Let's just decide what you think a lettuce should be. Remember the mouth. Don't forget the mouth. Rocket. Boom. Watch your head on the ceiling. Boom. 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 Okay, very good. And shake it all out. Shake it all out. Very good. And now all the children wake up in the morning and they stretch wide and wide, and they stretch this way and they stretch that way. They stretch up and they stretch down, and they wiggle their leg around, and they open up the door and they run up, running up the hill, running up to see the old windmill. Keep it up, running up the hill, running up to see the old windmill. And they're creeping up the hill, creeping up to see the old windmill. They're creeping up the hill, creeping up to see the old windmill. And they're skipping up the hill, skipping up to see the old windmill. They're skipping up the hill, skipping up to see the old windmill. And they're clicking up the hill, clicking up to see the old windmill. They're clicking up the hill, clicking up to see the old windmill. And they're bear walking up the hill, Bear walking up to see the old windmill. There, bear walking, bear walking, bear walking up the hill. Bear walking up to see the old windmill. And they're frogging, frogging, frogging up the hill. Frogging up to see the old windmill. They're frogging, frogging, frogging up the hill. Frogging up to see the old windmill. And they're gliding, gliding, gliding up the hill. Gliding up to see the old windmill. They're gliding, gliding, gliding up the hill. Gliding up to see the old windmill. And there stands the windmill, red and white, ever so bright in the morning light. There stands the windmill, red and white, ever so bright in the morning light. This is the song that the windmill sings. Windmill, windmill, see how my windmill turns, shining in the sun. Feet together, arms down, eyes closed. Have a deep breath. If you want, you can put your hands on your heart and feel. Mine's beating quite strongly. And I'm breathing heavily. And that feels good. Waking up, eyes open, arms to the side. Windmill, windmill, see how my windmill turns, shining in the sun. Feet together, arms down, eyes closed. Take a few deep breaths. If you feel dizzy, you can open your eyes for a moment, and that will reset you. Very good. Eyes open, arms out to the side. Back the other way, this time go one more time around. Windmill, windmill, see how my windmill turns, shining in the sun. Feet together, arms down, eyes closed. See if you can hear any birds. What can you hear far, far away? Eyes open, arms out to the side. Windmill, windmill, see how my windmill turns, shining in the sun. Feet together, arms down, eyes closed. Eyes open, come in towards me. So up at the top near the windmill, we met a young boy called Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John. The whole thing goes like this. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John, went to bed with his trousers on. One shoe off and the other shoe on. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John. Let's learn it line by line. Me first, then you. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John. Went to bed with his trousers on. Went to bed with his trousers on. One shoe off and the other shoe on. One shoe off and the other shoe on. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son John. Very good. Give me a wave if you did this yesterday with me. Some of you might remember it from yesterday. Let's see if we can remember what we did. If you're new, I might be going a bit fast for you, so don't worry if you can't keep up, but we're going to carry on what we did yesterday. So we're going to change John for a clap, so it goes. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son, went to bed with his trousers on. One shoe off and the other shoe on. Diddle Diddle Dumpling, my son. Very good. Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for the next bit. If you want it to get harder. I can't see all of you at once, but I think lots of us are ready. So here we go. This time, as well as the John, we're going to, instead of trousers, we're going to go trousers. So the beginning's going to go, diddle diddle dumpling, my son, went to bed with his on. And then we're going to clap again for the second John. So those things to remember. Are you ready? Here we go. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son, went to bed with his on. One shoe off and the other shoe on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son. Very good. And then the third part we added yesterday was, instead of shoe, we're going to stamp. One stamp for each shoe. So that bit's going to go one off and the other on. Once again, it goes one off and the other on. Very good. Let's do all three from the beginning. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son, went to bed with his on. One off and the other on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son. Very good. And one more time. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son, went to bed with his on. One off and the other on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son. Very good. And one more time. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son, went to bed with his on. One off and the other on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son. Very good. Give yourself a finger round of applause. A finger round of applause. Now I've got some play work for you over the weekend. It's a bit like homework, but it's not working, it's playing. So not play work, what do I mean? Home play, that's what I mean. I've got some, it's homework, but it's not homework, it's home play. And if you want to do this home play, it's going to be thinking of another bit you could swap in. So we've got the diddle diddle dumpling, my son went to bed with his on. One off and the other on. What other words could you take out of the rhyme and put instead? And if you want to show me that on Monday, then you could do. You can get there a little bit early and we can maybe pop that in as well. So that's one option. Another option for your home play is to make up more faces for our face salad, okay? And I'll put all these in the chat at the end if you want to do things over the weekend. But for now, let's carry on. And let's do this. We're going to do we're going to learn how to fall with style. Because earlier on in the week, someone said, hey, you can really fall with style and you don't hurt yourself. How do you do it? So we're going to do that. So to begin with, I want you to roll like this with me. We're going to go down to the floor and do some rolling like this. Do some rolling. Good. And then, if you can, try and roll and stand up in the air. Now this is very tricky. So it's quite tricky to do this first time. So you might need a bit of practice, but we're going to try and practice rolling and then standing up. Rolling and then standing up. Rolling and then standing up. And then we're going to add a jump. So we're going to do a jump and then down and roll. And then up and jump and down and roll. And then up and jump and down and roll. And then up and jump and down and roll. Very good. So now we're going to learn a song, and it goes like this. I had a little turtle, its name was Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water and ate up all the soap, until that tiny turtle had a bubble in his throat. A bubble, 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 pop. Brilliant. So when it goes pop, that's when you do your jump, and then you come down to the earth and you do your roll and you lie on your back to finish. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to learn to fall with style. Okay, so let's do the whole thing together. Everyone get in your space, and it starts off and we go. I had a little turtle, his name was Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water and ate up all the soap, until that tiny turtle had a bubble in his throat. Bubble, 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 pop. Down you go, onto your back, lying flat. Do some big breathing. You can let some sounds out if you want to. Who's got energy to do it one more time? I have. Give me a wave if you've got energy for one more. Mine is just, I can't see it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we've got some. Okay, we've got some. Big people sometimes have got less energy than little people. So if the big ones can't cope, just be kind with them. Be patient. They don't have as much energy as you, but we've got the energy. And if you've got a big one who wants to do it again, you've got a really good big one. So well done. So here we go. I had a little turtle. His name was Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water and ate up all the soap until that tiny turtle had a bubble in his throat. Bubble, 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 pop! And down to the floor and lie flat on your back and do me some sand angels. Well done. Sand angels, arms and legs moving across the, imagine there's warm sand beneath you and there's sun shining down on you. And you can maybe even hear the sea lapping against the shore as you do your sand angels. And then you hear some seagulls in the sky maybe. And then you can just chill out if you want to and just take some time on the floor. Well done, everyone. So I'm going to invite you to come back up to the screens again. And I'm going to unmute you all so we can make a big noise if you want to. I'll do that. There we go. Hey. Wonderful, guys. So
Gabriel.